Welcome back to the Gates Technology YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how to reset the password in really any Windows version. Unfortunately, this won't work if you have a Microsoft account, and you will not be able to do this if the drive is encrypted and you don't know that password. The things you'll need to do this is a computer that you have access to and a USB drive of 8 gigabytes or larger. Now, you're going to have to download a few things. So let's get into that. I will have these links in the description below. The first thing is Balena Etcher. Then click on it and click download. Now, while that's downloading, let's come over here and get Ubuntu. Now, both of these links will be in the description below. Then click download. Yeah, sure, whatever. And download. Now, I am using a virtual machine, which means this is a computer inside of a computer, and I don't really need to download these, but in the description below, I will have an article linked showing you how to create a USB drive. I tried to do this before recording, and it just kept failing. Just make sure you remember where you put this ISO image right here. Most of the time, it will just be in the downloads directory. This is the ISO image. It's just not done downloading yet. I can walk you through the installation of Balena though. So if you double click the Balena setup, it will take a second. Then you click I agree, and it will just automatically install for you. And it should open automatically afterwards. And from there, follow the guide linked in the description. I apologize for not showing you on video. I would like to, but I can't. So once you have that USB drive done, you're going to want to leave it plugged into your computer, and you're going to want to access the boot menu. The boot menu just says, hey, I want to load this operating system, or I want to use this to load whatever operating system is on it. If there's not one on it, then it won't load. Now, like I said, I'm on a virtual machine, but I can still show you the boot menu and tell you the common keys and how to find your key. So the common keys are F9, F11, F12, and the delete button. If you have a computer, let's use Dell for example, and you type into Google Dell boot menu key, it should tell you exactly which key you need to press. But as soon as you turn on the computer, which I will do here, or simulate turning it on, you're going to want to start repeatedly pressing that key. So let's get started. And as you can see, it says Boot Manager up at the top. Let me get my mouse. It says Boot Manager up at the top right here. And down here are all of the boot options. You'll also have boot normally, which will fall back to the boot order, which you can change in the setup. So I'm using the virtual CD-ROM, so I'm going to select that. But for you, you're going to want to select the option that just has USB anywhere in the title. I suggest unplugging all other USB drives or anything like that. Now let's go ahead and load into it, and you'll come up with another screen. You can wait 5 seconds or just press enter. And when this screen right here pops up, press Control-C. That will save you a little bit of time. It usually takes about 5 minutes or so off of a fairly fast USB drive to complete that check. Now, once the installer loads, it will pop up a window right here saying install, and then try Ubuntu or install Ubuntu. Click on try, and it will pop you into a desktop environment. First thing you're going to want to do is click on Files over here on the side, and then click Other Locations, and just make a note of this /dev/sda3 for me. It might be different for you. Right here, it will say blank gigabyte volume. Blank is just referring to how large that drive is. For me, it's 86. Do not click on this. You won't be able to do anything with it. So now, after you make note of the path over here, oops, I clicked on it. After you make note of the path over here, /dev/sda3, you can just minimize that files folder. Right click on the desktop and then click open in terminal and type in ntfs, type in sudo ntfs fix, and then the location of that partition. For me, that's /dev/sda3. And then press enter. It should say it was processed successfully. If it doesn't, just reload into Windows and turn it off by shutting it down or clicking the shutdown button. So after you do that, you're going to want to type in mkdir /desktop/win. Oh, I named it winm. So now after you do that, you're going to want to type in sudo mount -t ntfs-3g space -o rw space the path for that drive. For me, that's /dev/sda3, and then that mount location. So /home/ubuntu/desktop/win. Win. I accidentally put an M at the end, so winm. And then now, if you access this folder, you will have your Windows installation on here. So you'll be able to access all the files on that computer. And then as you can see, if I go to downloads, you'll see that download right there. Simply close out of that window and type in the terminal again, cd winm, or win, or whatever you named it, /windows/system32, and then press enter. Now here is where it is crucial to follow these instructions, because you will be renaming a file and then replacing it with the command prompt so you can access the administrator user to change your password or recover files. If you're in here, you can upload the files to the cloud just directly from this install drive, but I don't recommend that. So what you're going to want to do is type in sudo mv sethc.exe space sethc.exe.bak, and then press enter. What that does is it renames sethc.exe, which is the sticky keys program. So if you press shift, I think 6 times, I usually just do it a bunch until the window pops up. That is the program that is launched. We're going to be replacing that program with the command prompt. So now type in sudo cp cmd.exe to sethc.exe. Now that copies command prompt to that sticky keys file. So basically you're just renaming the file, but you're making a copy of it. And after you do that, just reboot, which you can do by typing in reboot. Now boot into Windows like you normally would, which this is probably going to take a minute. So now load into Windows, which I am loading it right now. So here is my user. I have 2 of them apparently. What you're going to want to do now is just simply press shift until the command prompt opens like this. I've had to use this fun little exploit, I guess, on many servers and computers because either I've forgotten the password or a client has forgotten the password. So now if you type in net user, well, users, you'll be able to see all the users on this computer. And I prefer to just make the administrator user active, which enables that account. So if you type in net user administrator, that selects that user. It will give you all of the fun stuff or fun details about it. But if you type /active :yes, that enables that account. So if we come back over here, we can just type in administrator. It should automatically show you this if I restart it. If you don't have the option to select another user, just restart it and it will be right there. And obviously I'm going to show you how to fix this. And I personally would leave it in because you need to have physical access to this computer in order to do that. Or in order to do this little exploit. Just so you can reset your password if you ever forget it. But I will show you how to patch it and how to fix it afterwards after you're done doing this. But the administrator user is popped up here now. Just click on it and then click sign in. It will not have a password. And it will do the thing it always does when you first log into a new user or first set up the computer. It says, hi, we're getting everything ready for you. Just please wait and don't turn it off. If you wait till this turns blue, press Control, Delete, and then Task Manager. Oh, it didn't do it. Usually that will pop you into the desktop, but it didn't work this time. There we go. Here's Task Manager right here. So now you're an administrator on this computer. If you come down here where it says type here to search and then type in control panel and then user accounts, and then manage another account, just simply click on the user that you want to change the password for and click change password. And now you can make it whatever you want. I'm going to make it 4321, 4321, and then 4321. And click change password. Now you can log back into that account. If it's an administrator account, if it's a Microsoft account, it will tell you right here and it will say Microsoft account rather than local account. If it's a Microsoft account, you cannot reset the password through this. You'll have to do that through the Microsoft website, but you will still be able to access the files of that user. If I go to downloads, here are the files on there. And if you just want to get data off, you can just upload it to Google Drive, Dropbox, or whatever cloud provider you use, or put it on a USB drive, and then just simply, now you have all the files. Now click close. This is how you fix it. You should first open File Explorer, which should be down in the taskbar. Click this PC, local disk, and Windows, and then find System32. And then now if you type in sethc, very quickly, just delete this right here, and then rename sethc.exe.bak back to sethc.exe. Yes. Try again. Okay. Copy. Paste. You might have to do this on the desktop because Windows doesn't want to do that. Now let's drag and drop that back in here. So let's test to make sure that we fixed that, or fixed the sticky key shortcut just by pressing Shift a bunch of times. Now, as you can see, the normal sticky key window opens up. Just close that out. Now, if you come down into type here to search, type in cmd, and then run as administrator. Now, you're going to want to type in the same command as before to enable the administrator account, net user administrator /active, but instead of doing :yes, do :no. And now this account is no longer activated, and there's no way back in unless you do this again. So if we log out, if we log out of this account, thank you, and click sign out, As you can see, this is the only user on here now, and if we type in 4321, that's the password now. And now you're logged back in and have a new password. So you can either keep it as this password or just change it back. If you're doing this for a client, just tell them the password or just remove the password. You'll likely know how to do that through the command prompt. But now I am in my own user, as you can see. And that's it. It's really easy. The beginning seems a little intimidating, but I promise you it's not difficult at all. All you have to do is flash the USB drive with a Linux distribution. I use that because it is a lot easier than doing it through the Windows installation. And you load into Linux and just mount the drive as read-write so you can actually do it. And then you just rename a file. It's really simple, dead easy, kind of scary how easy it is. Yeah, so thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it. If you didn't dislike it, make sure you subscribe and click that bell icon so you could get more videos like this. The next video will be about how to use Active Directory and install and configure it. So thank you for watching. See you next time.